Hello and thanks for stopping by. Karibuni sana. So today we are making these handsome boys because this cannot be that other gender. So welcome.
Behind closed doors, I'm a fool for your love.
So these are the ingredients that we're going to be using for today's meal, and of course the omena. So we'll start by heating our pan, then we can add in our oil later. So the oil should also be slightly more than enough. Again, heat up your oil, then we add in our onions, then ginger. So what I did with the omena is I first selected the omena, removing the extras, and then I boiled water, put my omena in a container, then I put the hot water inside the container and soaked the omena for about 3 to 4 minutes. Then I rinsed the omena with warm water, then lastly I ran the omena through cold water. So at this point we go in with our ginger and then we cook it for a little while, then we can proceed. And now it's time to add in our bad boys, these bad boys. We'll also go in with our salt, then we let them cook for some time undisturbed, then yeah. So let's discuss something. These people who eat everything, these nasty people who think everything is edible, they eat even what is not supposed to be eaten. Lakini, but ikifika kwa omena, that's where they draw the line. Shame on you. Shame on you. So we'll start gradually, making sure they do not burn, and then we are good to go. So at this point we'll stir one more time, then we can go in with tomatoes, hoho, and dania stem. So for this recipe you'll also notice that I'm not using any powdered spices, and this is because I want a somehow dry dish. And I have two ways in which I cook my omena. There's the dry version and the wet version, but the wet version doesn't mean iko na supu. It's still dry, but it's juicier than this dry one. And on that note, I'll share my personal opinion because everyone is entitled to one. About two dishes, one the omena and two matumbo. So for these two dishes zinakuanga tricky at times, kwanza ikifika nipate harufu, and that's why many people do not prefer eating these two particular dishes. But what I think is, once you start adding unnecessary water, unnecessary soup to your meal, that's when the harufu inaanza kukuja. And so sijasema usiongeze, just do it how you do. But for me, that's what I think. I noticed that the tomatoes were quite hard. They were not as juicy as I thought they were. So we will go in with a few drops of water. That container holds about 150 ml, so that's about half of that. And you'll notice that as I stir, there is no water inside my pan. Yeah, so this meal and the other deserve some respect. So we'll wait for these tomatoes to soften, then we'll come in and do the final touches. So for this particular video, you'll notice that I've not cut any point, and I've also not turned off the camera at any point. So what I've basically done is I've increased the speed to twice the initial, and it took me about 15 minutes and 30 seconds, actually 37 seconds, from when I turned on the gas to when I switched it off. So yeah, that means there are no bloopers in this video, because that's how much I enjoy preparing these things. Also, I've added the remaining amount of water because hey, hizi nyanya zilikuwa ngumu, but we are pretty much done at this point. So at this point, we'll go in with our moiko and we'll crush the tomatoes that are still in big chunks. We'll make them smaller and then we'll see what next. So we'll squeeze in our lemon, but if you do not have the lemon, you can use about half a teaspoon of vinegar. Then give it a good stir. At this point, we'll go in with our dark soy sauce, just to enhance the color. And so finally, these bad boys are ready. So we'll switch off the stove and garnish it with some dania leaves. And then it will be ready to serve. So as you've seen, it was that easy making this delicious dish. So try it out and let me know how it goes for you. Also, this was the most requested video, one of the most requested video in my inbox. And finally, here it is. I hope you enjoyed cooking with me, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Follow me on Instagram and see you in my next video. Goodbye.